Hello, and welcome to the continuation of this podcast series, Drugs, Biologics and Medical Devices. Is this really as simple as so many think? My name is Dr. Michael Drews. In the next example, exploring the question, what is a medical device? I'd like to take a look at the iPhone, actually move beyond the iPhone, and take a look at the the iPod. Is the iPod a medical device? Well, to many, this would seem like a pretty silly question to even ask. But from a regulatory perspective, it's not nearly so simple. After all, what if we use the iPod in a surgery? Don't think so? Here we have the iPod being used in a surgery right here. This is not fiction. This is not a computer-generated facsimile. This is an actual surgery. Why might we want to do this? Well, if you're an orthopedic surgeon doing joint replacement surgery, for example, there in fact is an app for that. Apple iPod, which is the same model that we sell in department stores to consumers, is used in knee replacement surgery. Orthopedic surgeons touch the digitizing probe mounted to the iPod to the surgical landmarks as a navigational system records the location information. In fact, this is not a new idea, and we've been using robotics in orthopedic surgery to do very similar things for a fairly long period of time. I don't want to get into a lot of the technical or the clinical or the pathophysiological details here, but when we do things like knee replacements or especially hip replacements, it turns out that the angle that we insert the prosthetic into the femur, for example, is critical. If that angle is off by just a degree or two, that can have a drastic impact on the long-term efficacy and sometimes even the safety of the product. So when we can use robots, or in this particular case, an even simpler version of the technology to help us out, that's a pretty good thing. This particular app, designed by a company called BrainLab, runs on an iPod to give a surgeon confirmation that the components in the knee or the hip replacement are properly aligned. To give you a little better example, a better sense of how this product is used, let me share with you a short video. So once again, this is the crux of the demonstration right here, where we saw the physician touching the device to the different anatomical landmarks to tell the computer where in the patient that this corresponds to. By the way, we're syncing this with all of the imaging information that we have as well, and that makes the technology as well as the regulatory path a little more complicated, but we're not going to get into that here. And so once again, this allows us to have a much more accurate way, not using a robot in this particular case, to make sure that we implant these devices in the proper orientation. So if Apple makes the iPod, does Apple become a medical device company? Many people would say that BrainLab, which makes the app to run on the iPod, would be a medical device company, but does Apple then become a medical device company? This is an example of what I call the medical device slippery slope, and that is, where exactly do we draw the line? I have a lot of other examples that I'll share in other podcasts of the medical device slippery slope as well. But once again, we're back to the original question at hand. Is the iPod a medical device? The short answer is, it depends. My name is Dr. Michael Drews. If you have questions or you would like further information, feel free to contact me. Thank you.